Sustainability.
When we began valuing sustainability, more people began to recycle.
Sustainable.
China will continue to promote sustainable development.
Sustainably.
Guess what? Conventional farming cannot sustainably feed the world.
Ignore.
I told you this and you ignored me.
Ignorant.
You know she's ignorant of Thomas's crimes.
Neglect.
Maybe your dad loved cars so much that he neglected you as a child.
Overlook.
I overlooked the most basic detail.
Popular.
He was the most popular kid in school.
Popularity.
Yet, the growth of coffee will not reduce the popularity of tea.
Popularize.
He was among those who popularized folk music in the 1940s.
Prevailing.
I think you're just brilliant.
That is the prevailing opinion.
Prevalent.
I noticed that blue was the most prevalent color among the plastic.
Function.
So today's phones have numerous helpful functions.
Functional.
The jacket is functional because it has all the pockets.
Manufacture.
My company manufactures toys and games for children.
Manufacturer.
China is a major manufacturer of solar equipment.
Manufacturing.
China is the world's largest manufacturing power.
Forge.
I can forge myself a decent career.
Reality.
That phone call just pulled me back to reality.
Realize.
He also realized that he was shaking.
Realistic.
As we get older, we get more realistic.
Stick.
I won't stick a needle into my own son.
Stickiness.
But what gives glue and tape their stickiness?
Attach.
Then one day he received an email with a picture attached.
Attachment.
People there have a special attachment to tofu.
Bond.
My grandmother and I had a very special bond.
Conjunction.
And the other thing I love is this sort of conjunction of colours.
Cling. He'll be just another child, clinging to my skirts.
Adhere.
I expect my people to adhere to a strict code of honor.
Medical.
She needed medical treatment with real doctors.
Hygiene.
One essential part of survival is personal hygiene.
Infection.
The numbers are kept small to limit the risk of infection.
Pandemic.
The best hope for ending the COVID-19 pandemic is a vaccine.
Respect.
His picture shines with respect and admiration for his fellow workers.
Respectable.
He's a good guy. He's a respectable businessman.
Disrespect.
No disrespect intended. But we won't die for your railroad.
Dignity.
I'm not going to beg you. But my dignity.
Esteem.
Thank you for your service. You have earned my highest esteem.
Mock.
Are you mocking my voice right now?
Academic.
Let's look at the best academic performer, the province of Shanghai, China.
Academically.
Academically, too, he did well, earning A's in nearly every course.
Academy.
First, I want to go to the Los Angeles Academy of Fashion and Design.
Intellectual.
Gary was born with some intellectual disabilities.
Intellect.
Or maybe they'll recognize my intellect and make me their leader.
Scholar.
This book influenced a young scholar named Charles Darwin.
Scholarly.
You wrote scholarly papers slamming the CIA for torture.
Asset.
The company's assets have been frozen.
Advantage.
What gives you a distinct advantage over all the other capable people here?
Disadvantage.
The only real disadvantage is that winter can be seriously cold.
Merit.
The plan has some merit, I'll admit.
Weakness.
You have to fight that weakness in you.
Flaw.
There was a tiny flaw at the center of the diamond.
Downside.
The only downside is having to live in the middle of nowhere.
Cover.
Cover your mouth with your hand.
Discover.
And that is how Christopher Columbus discovered America.
Discovery.
Yet the discovery of black holes means we don't fully understand anything.
Recovery.
The ER doctor said he would make a full recovery.
Congress. This was the law that Congress passed in 1820.
Congressional.
1862 was a congressional election year.
Parliament.
Israelis will vote on Tuesday to elect a new parliament.
Council.
In September 1592, the City Council closed the theatres.
Senate.
And the Senate chooses the Vice President.
Senator.
In 1790, he was elected as a United States Senator.
Minister.
I was talking to the Prime Minister.
President.
Today, Donald Trump became the 45th President of the United States.
Presidential.
The U.S. presidential election will be held November 8th.
Criticism.
She can't take criticism about her driving.
Critic.
Film critics have not been kind to the Warcraft movie.
Critical.
I know Mom can be so critical of your driving.
Critically.
I'm trained to think critically.
Criticize.
You criticize my behavior all the time.
Critique.
Comments, critiques. Julie, tell me what you think.
Condemn.
I don't condemn people for their mistakes.
Blame.
No one blamed me for the accident.
Promise.
Please, promise you won't tell anyone.
Compromise.
That's true. I suppose it's only fair we make compromises.
Guarantee.
I guarantee you'll be the prettiest girl there.
Pledge.
You made a pledge to serve this country.
Warrant.
We have a warrant to search your home.
Range.
As you can see, we offer a full range of services.
Scope.
That's it. That's the scope of your powers.
Boundary.
Try to see the world as one, without boundaries or frontiers.
Spectrum.
They reveal a whole spectrum of character between good and bad.
Territory.
That realm covered many territories and many nationalities.
Realm.
Not so long ago, robots were mostly found in the realms of science fiction.
Domain.
This is the domain of the insects.
Acreage.
We bought this acreage a stone's throw from Lake Placid.
District.
Both were young professionals who worked in the financial district.
Region.
This region is one of the driest parts of Europe.
Purchase.
I would like to purchase this comic book, please.
Afford.
Jack, no, we can't afford that car.
Affordable.
And we have to make college affordable for every American.
Auction.
The house is scheduled to go up for auction in 2 days.
Auctioneer.
The person who leads the auction is called an auctioneer.
Bid.
This year, London is bidding to have the most environmentally friendly Olympics ever.
Struggle.
She was struggling to find her purpose in life.
Battle.
His wife died in the gun battle.
Combat.
My first husband was killed in combat.
Defeat.
Britain had defeated Napoleon at Waterloo.
Victory.
Britain at last celebrated victory over Nazi Germany.